Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Jessica, the Health Fitness Program Manager at Miter McLean, and today I'm going to lead you through your amazing HIIT circuit. You know what that means? 21 minutes of work in 45 minutes. You're worth it. It's going to be great. We're going to start in 5 minutes, and the only thing you need is yourself. We're going to be focused on mostly lower body, legs and booty today. If you want to have some sort of weights or things to hold in your hands just to make things more challenging, you're welcome to. I will not be using any of those. I'll be showing a lot of modifications today in case you're also working out from inside of your apartment. So personally, I'm not going to be wearing shoes because this is a higher intensity workout and I live on the second floor. However, if you can wear shoes, I absolutely recommend that you keep those shoes on for a little more structure, make things a little easier for your feet. And we start in 4 minutes. Thanks for coming, guys. Make sure you have some water, put on some music, check out that post from Kenley about how music helps. Hi, Fred. Hello. I know, I love you too. I love you too. Here you go. Thank you. Thanks, lady. One day she'll say it back to me. Okay, let's see if we stand here. You can not totally washed out. Whoa. So good. Still see this. Yes. Great. Oh man. All right, if you're here early, welcome. Feel free to just, start finding some movement for yourself. Just starting to shake it out. This is one of my favorite actual yoga postures. It's called banging the drum. I'm just gonna hang out right here and relax a little bit, banging the drum. What kind of music are you guys listening to today? Anyone listening to anything awesome? Anyone have a great playlist that's just motivating you so hard? If so, please share a link to it in the comments or just tell us what your power song is. I think right now my power song is Stupid Love by Lady Gaga. That one really gets me like going, It's been so long since I got to listen to music while exercising though. It's literally been a month and a half now. A month and a half of exercise without music. It's very different. You do what you do. You know what I'm saying? Great. It's 12:15. 12:15, everyone. Happy Thursday. Thank you for coming to your HIIT Circuit with Jess. I'm Jess, and I can't wait to guide you through your class today. All right, let's go ahead and get started. If you haven't already started finding some movement, just coming into a nice lateral side to side step tap and finding some rolls of those shoulders. Just starting to come into your breath for today, starting to come into a little bit of abdominal engagement. Drawing that belly button back towards your spine. Go ahead, change the direction of those shoulder circles. We're gonna focus on lower body today, but you know what? It's always a good time to get up from your desk and just find some movement in your upper body. All right, for 3, 2, 1. Let's go ahead and just keep that lateral side to side step tap going and just switch to crossing your arms one over the other. Nice work. Let's go ahead and switch this to a cactusing of our arms back while doing a hamstring curl. So just pulling those elbows back behind you. You can either keep your elbows in line with your shoulders as I'm doing and feel a little more engagement, or if you need to for today, keeping things nice and low and a little bit more of a row. Think about really pointing your knee down towards the floor and getting your heel away from your glute behind you. I'm just going to turn sideways so you see. So I'm not just trying to kick my butt here and allowing my knee to come forward. I'm really focusing on knee coming back, leg coming back, getting a little bit more engagement of that glute. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Elbow to knee crossing. Crossing that elbow towards your opposite knee. I want you to focus on keeping that chest lifted right now. That belly engaged and getting your knee up as high as possible. So depending on how tight you are today, your elbow and your knee might not be coming anywhere near each other. And that's totally okay. Or maybe you have a little bit more flexibility right here to get that knee up while keeping that chest lifted. Make sure that belly is in tight. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice work. Awesome. Step those feet out nice and wide. Go ahead, stretch those arms up towards the ceiling. We've got some good morning. So starting with your heels in line behind your toes, pull that belly in nice and tight. You're going to send your hips out behind you as you hinge forward at the hips. Feel the stretch on the back of your legs. And inhale, lift yourself back up. Exhale, forward. Inhale, up. Exhale, forward. Inhale, up. 4 more. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. 3. Nice work. Keep using that breath. Final 2. We're going to stay down here on this next one. Just hinging forward, but this time stretch those arms out towards the side. And just go ahead and tap your opposite toe. If reaching down towards that toe is a little bit too much for you, feel free to tap towards the inside of the knee. Start to bring a little bit more weight forward into your toes. Still pressing those heels down on the floor. Don't let those heels lift up. Just a little more even weight in those feet. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your hands to your knees, bend those knees, drop that right shoulder forward, bring the weight back to your heels, send your hips back behind you. Find a spot on the floor past that left leg to just relax your eyes. Take another nice deep inhale, exhale, switch. Left shoulder down, right shoulder back, keeping the weight in the heels, keeping those toes down on the floor. Nice. One more time, come back to center and slowly round yourself up. 1 vertebrae at a time. Awesome. Come back into a nice lateral side to side step tap. Just going to check out what's going on up there. All right. It's just Will, making sure there's no video feed issues. Okay, so I just want you to keep some sort of movement going. Maybe you're coming into a boxer shuffle. Maybe you're going to do some sort of jacking it out while I just show you guys what's coming up for our workout today. First move of the day is a nice big sumo squat. Step back so you can see my feet as I demo here. So whichever direction your knees are going, your toes are going as well. This is a really wide squat, so you want your feet to be wider than shoulders width distance apart, so that as you bend down, your knees don't approach going past your toes. You're gonna keep the weight in your heels. You're just gonna go down and up. This really works those inner, outer thighs, glutes, because we're working those legs today. I want you to think about keeping your chest as lifted as possible. You can have your hands on your hips. If you want to use a weight, feel free to hold on to a weight here. Better to hold on to a weight here so that you don't round yourself down and forward. That's move number one. Move number two, walking lunges. You got to use the space that you have. Okay, so I encourage you to get that walking lunge in. However, if you know that walking lunges are not your jam, feel free to hang out in a static lunge. Maybe count 3 static lunges and then do your best to step forward into the next lunge and go for 3. As you do your lunge, your weight's going to be, we'll talk about that later. Good call. All right, next up, high knees. What does high knees mean to you? Either going for a very fast high knee, which I can't do because I'm on the 2nd floor, maybe going for a skip, maybe just going for a high knee like we did in our warm-up. Move number 3, glute kickbacks. Not a lot of moves on the floor today. Here come the only 2. So glute kickbacks, starting with your hands, palms under your shoulder and your hips right on top of your knees. You're gonna bring one leg up and you're just gonna kick it up. And we're actually going to be super cool and we're going to switch each time. I want you to really focus when you do this one on pushing that heel up, taking your time. It's not about kicking it up and coming right back in. It's about finding the action from your butt. All right, the next move, donkey kicks and a frog squat. So hands on the floor. You're going to start off here with your hands on the floor. Kick those legs up as high as you can. Bring your feet down to the floor in a squat, jump, and then back to your donkey kick. And jump. If you don't want to jump for your squat, you can just keep it in a squat, similar to the sumo squat from the start. The next one, glute lunges. Make sure those hips stay forward as you step back into as deep of a lunge, or maybe just a step back. That feels good for you today. And the final move is a squat with a forward kick. So a little more narrow than our initial squat. You're gonna squat down and then kick forward. I want you to think about doing the kick for the squat with the kick through your heel, as opposed to some of the other classes where we squat with our laces. But do what feels good for you today if kicking through the heel is too engaging. All right, my timer is right here. Move number 1, sumo squats. Gonna grab me some water. We're gonna work as hard as we can for 7 minutes. Try not to take any breaks, because you got a 3-minute break coming up in 7 minutes. Bam! Okay, so step those feet out nice and wide. Make sure that you have weight in your heels. Keep the weight in your heels, not coming up into your big toes. Toes stay down, but most of the weight is in your heels to really help you engage that butt. Lift your chest. Find wherever you're gonna put your hands. Probably gonna keep mine in front of my chest to keep that stability and chest openness. 3, 2, 1, here we go. All right, our goal is to get about 30 of these in here per minute. So think about going down for 1 second and coming up for 1 second. And every time you come up, I want you to squeeze your glutes and press through those heels on the way up. Make sure that belly is still pulled in nice and tight. Really think about opening those knees as wide as you can. If there was a pane of glass in front of me, it's almost like I'm a cat sleeping on a pane of glass as much as I can to get the front of my body flat. We're more than halfway, you guys. Make sure that you're still breathing. Exhale on that exertion as you lift yourself up. If you needed to take a break, that's okay. It's the last 10 seconds. Can you jump back in and join us? Next up, walking lunges. Go for it, walking lunges. Or taking a static lunge, taking a couple lunges in your static lunge. Can you come into the next lunge though without putting your foot down first? That's the challenge that we're working towards today. I'm gonna go for some forward lunges, and I'm gonna go for some backward lunges, because I don't have a lot of space. One is easier than the other. Oops. Really trying to land with control as you step that foot out. Don't just slam that foot down. How much can you engage your muscles, your abs, your legs to carefully come into your lunges? Last 10 seconds right here. 5, 4, weight in your front heel. 3, 2, 1. Yay, next up are those high knees. What can you do today? Maybe even just pressing up onto the balls of your feet instead of keeping that foot flat on the floor. Adding in a hop. Keep breathing. Make sure you're still in control of your breath. Don't come into something that is so hard that the reason that you need to stop is to breathe. If so, take it down a notch. Continuous movement for these 7 minutes is our goal. If you want, add in a little bit of a twist right here. Getting into those obliques. More than halfway through, you guys. Yas. Do it. Last 10 seconds right here. Try and push yourself a little harder here at the end if you can. 3, 2, 1. Hit the floor. Glute kickbacks. Glute kickbacks, we're alternating each time. Hands, palms under your shoulders. Take your time, control. Think of it like a really slow, modified backward mountain climber. What's happening with your shoulders? Did they creep up towards your ears big time? Can you engage your back a little bit more? Press that hand palm into the floor. You're halfway right now. As your leg goes up, think about the sole of your foot pressing up towards the ceiling. So your foot is flexed, not toes pointed, foot flexed. Keep that focus on the floor in front of you with your eyes, no wrinkles in your neck. 10 seconds left right here. Come back to it if we lost you. For 5, 4, 3, 2, let's have some fun. Donkey kicks and frog kicks. So feet are nice and wide. Press into your hands, palms, get those feet off the floor. Bring your heels back down. Either lift or jump up. Hands come back to the floor. Donkey kick. Frog jump. Donkey kick. Frog jump. Keep that belly in tight because there's a lot of hinging forward right here. Every time you hinge forward. Can you not get both feet off the floor? Kick one leg up. And then on the next side, kick the other leg up. Don't cheat yourself out of a real squat right here. Lift up, squat back down. 15 seconds left. You're worth it. Oh, your butt is so worth it. Final 10 seconds. What can you do right here? Push a little harder. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Glute lunges, skater lunges, hips stay forward. Weight stays in your front heel, alternating each time. If you want to work harder, bring those arms up overhead. Try to keep your biceps by your ears. But make sure that taking some modification to work harder does not mean that as you lunge that you're turning towards the opposite wall. You're really doing your best that your hips are like headlight beams coming right in front of you. But feel free to take as much of a cross of your back leg as you can while still having those hips forward. Yup, we got those forward lunges in walking. Getting a nice combo of a reverse lunge right here. Skater lunge. We only got one more move, right? Yeah, one more move. Squat with a forward kick. It's right now. So feet a little bit narrower. Weight in your heels. Lift yourself up. Kick through that heel. Your kick does not have to be as high as mine. You can keep your hands on your hips as much as you need to. Even if your squat is a teeny squat. Here's what I want to see in your squat. Weight in your heels. Butt goes back. Leg goes forward. I don't want to see knees come forward, heels come off the floor. No. Don't do that to yourself, even if it's just a teeny squat. I'll demo a teeny squat. I'm still really working on squeezing to be control on the way down and up, and it's still going to be so super effective. Because you don't have to get all the way down every time. You guys, we're desk people. These days we're like super desk people. Those hip flexors are tight. These squats can be real hard. Yes. Oh my God, we made it. 7 minutes down. 7 minutes down. 3 minutes of you time. Don't stand still. Active recovery right here. Get some water. Get it. All right, keep a little movement going. Just doing whatever feels good. If you've got some music playing, dance to your music. I'm just dancing to the music in my head. Apparently, I'm the Pied Piper. Who knew? Who knew? I am the Pied Piper. Breathe it out. I feel like I need to create my own miter rap. Does anyone at home really bored have a keyboard? Maybe a child? I don't know if we can play that pre-selected beat. But if you make up a song for us that we can seriously jam out to while we exercise, I don't see any reason we couldn't play original content, right? Let's give it a whirl. Get at me. Let's make you guys a star too. Okay. I don't remember what time this interval ended. So we'll give ourselves 1 more minute before we come all back into those nice wide sumo squats. Nice and wide. Really doing your best to get everything in one line from the side. You know, like in Beetlejuice, when that guy comes through to deliver the mail and then he slides through the wall, that's going to be our legs for round 2 of sumo squats. All right, set yourself up. Open those feet nice and wide. Gonna do it from the side this time so you really see what I'm talking about. So as we come into the squat, this time we're not sending our butts back behind you. That pelvis is tucked under. You're working on bringing those knees out wide for a big squat right here. Starts in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. I'm keeping my shoulder blades engaged, my chest open, and I'm focusing on the weight in my heels. Weight in my heels while bringing my knees back as much as possible. This is the direction I'm working on my knees going. And if sumo squats are new to you, this might be really hard. And that's okay, you're just doing the best that you can today. Even if you need to go slower than I am. Working with that breath. Ooh, keeping my arms up like this is a great challenge to my upper body right here. Feels good. All right, more than halfway. Suck that stomach again. Stick it. Don't worry, we're not skipping. I'm just losing my mind. It's the last 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yay, you made it. All right, walking lunges. Maybe you want to do these walking lunges a little bit wider than your last walking lunge. Every time asking yourself, what can I be doing differently? How can I creatively use this space around me just to keep going? However you're doing your lunge. Weight is in the front heel, back ball of your foot. You don't have to get that knee all the way down towards the floor. Oh my gosh, my neighbor's probably like, what the heck is going on up there? Because I am not really being my most graceful lunger right now. Okay, back to second floor apartment lunges. 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome, high knees, I believe. High knees. High knees on the second floor with the dude who lives below me who doesn't like me very much. I know, can you believe it? Can you believe it? It's so weird. Get those high knees. Keep it up. Keep your breath. Feel free to find this twist if you want to. It's all about having fun. You're at home and you're alone, maybe. I mean, projecting right now, 100. But I'm at home and I'm alone, and I definitely know that the more I keep it weird, the more fun I have. Yes, sometimes I do dance with Linda the mannequin. All right, more than halfway, which means it's just about time for those last 10 seconds. Push yourself right here. Yay, next up we get to hit the floor in 3, 2, 1. Glute kickback, switching each time. Come on down. Don't lose too much time here in the tradition. Leg goes up, squeeze your butt though to find that final lift. Press those hands, palms into the floor, activate your back, activate your core. Both cores should be activated right now. Squeeze and lift. Eyes focused on the floor in front of you. Remember, you're flexing your feet this time, not pointed. Flexed feet. Way to go. Keep it up. Use that breath. Engage that belly. Last 10 seconds. Use that exhale. Find a little extra. Squeeze and lift at the top for 5, 4, 3, 2. Donkey kicks and frog jumps. Donkey kicks and frog jumps. Yes, you guys, have some fun. Take your time. Work on taking your time to bring those legs down. So you really are putting some weight into your hands. We're like kids again. It's like a fake handstand for old people. Unless you really can do a handstand. That's okay. Good for you. Show me after class. I'd love to see it. Make sure you still keep sucking that stomach in. Every time you hinge forward, stomach sucks in. Protect that lower back. Nice. We made it to the last 10 seconds. Maybe find a little extra kick, an extra little bit of balance maybe on those hands, palms. 3, 2, 1. Nice. Glute lunges. Hips stay forward. Even if all you're doing is a little step back right here. Step it back. Hips stay forward. They're staying forward, coming into that lunge. Keep breathing. You can slow down your exhale longer than your inhale right here. Bring that heart rate down a little bit, if you can. Just something to think about. Find that steady pace. Lunge in, so weight's in the front heel. Whichever heel's in the front, ball of the foot. Whatever's in the back, hips forward. Like Austin Powers. Be your best fembot. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Squat and front kick. This time, kicking through that heel. Toes flex back towards your face, best you can. Little extra engagement of the leg. Can you take your time bringing it down instead of just bam? Take your time on the way down. Control. I'm really focusing on kicking out, in, and down. Weight in those heels as you squat down. Reaching for that chair behind you. You know you've heard me say, you are the substitute teacher, and those children are hazing you. So reach for the chair. Just keep your weight in your heels. You're gonna find that chair, you guys. Are we there? 5 seconds left. 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes! Round 2. Round 2. Who does number 2 work for? Kick, 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 kick. Yes, you guys, eat it up. We got one more round to go. You got 3 minutes to yourself. Get that water. Whew. It's getting hot in here. So hot in. All right, 2 minutes. Shake it out. Shake it out. Just make sure you're keeping some sort of movement going. Oh my God, my quads have been burning lately. Anyone else? I don't know if it's what we're doing together or this awesome virtual 5K week of June 8th. Not too late to sign up if you're interested. But man, my body is feeling delightfully worked. No, there's no elevator in this building. Not like I would take it up to the 2nd floor. But that helps too. All right, you got 1 more minute of you time and then 1 more round. Right, friend? Okay, you guys, set yourself up. Open those feet out nice and wide. Open that chest, engage your back, engage your belly. Make sure you're not overarching your back. Tuck that pelvis under. Get ready to rotate those thighs out. So inner thighs face the wall in front of you. We start in 3. Weighting your heels. 2, 1, down and up. Just find that. Here we go. The bird likes to repeat things that she hears me say that she thinks sound cool, so I can really only imagine after work from home is over what kind of fascinating exercise things the bird might start saying at home. I did teach her how to whistle that like whisper song, you know. She's just shy in front of you guys, but she can do. And then I can be like, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Good times. Keeping it weird. All right, whoa, keep that weight in your heels. Keep that focus with your eyes in front of you. Keep that chest open. Keep that belly engaged. Last 10 seconds. Last time you have to do this today. Can you try and go a little bit deeper while still keeping those knees out wide? 3, 2, 1. Walking lunges. Walking lunges. Or being smart for your body, taking a couple of static lunges. See if you can still do this pull through, stepping right into the other side, weighting your front heel, back ball your foot. Walk it out. Walk it out. Yep, you are so worth it, you guys. I'm sweaty, you're sweaty, everybody's sweaty. We are more than halfway, more than halfway. Oh my gosh. My thighs. Keep going, keep breathing. Great news, it's the last 10 seconds. What can you do right here in your last 10 seconds? I can get stuck apparently. 3, 2, 1. High knees, high knees. Get into it. You guys, be at home in your own like personal workout video. You want to make it more intense? Add some arms up overhead. It's the last set. This is your last opportunity to hang out with me and really get that cardio going. You want to go for some wide high knees? Go for that cross body. I just want you to have fun. Keep coming. Please keep coming. More than halfway through. What can you do? What can you do today? What can you bring right now? Recommit yourself. We are more than halfway through this last round. It's the final 10 seconds. Last 10 seconds. Then we get to hit the floor for those glute kickbacks. 3, 2, hit the floor. Nice. Squeeze that butt. You're not just sending that heel up. This is no donkey kick right now. This is intentional. Intentional squeeze. Next time, you get to have a little more fun in the next move. Is your belly tight? Is your back active? Do you have a nice stable base in those hands, palms? Where is the weight? Keep it in your hands, palms. But press the pads of those fingers down. Flexing those toes. Breathing. Nice work, everyone. Last 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2. Press up onto your toes. Donkey kicks, and frog jumps. Or just a nice big wide leg squat. Oh man, I wish I didn't live on the second floor. Great opportunity though to practice landing with control. Maybe you don't even pick your feet up as far, but you practice on just taking a second with that weight in your hands, just shifting the weight, and then back into that butt move. Yup. Last 10 seconds are coming up right now. Last 10 seconds. Push yourself a little extra right here at the end. 5, 4, 3. Don't stop. 1. Awesome. Now we're coming into glute lunges or step backs. Keep that chest up, open. Back engage, weight, front heel. Back, ball of foot. Your knee is still in line with your big and second toe in these glute lunges, just like all those other lunges, even if we didn't expressly talk about it today. If you find you come into the lunge and you're doing a lot of this, bring your hands to your hips. Bring your hands to your hips. Even make your Austin Powers boo boo raise to really focus on those hips staying forward. And if you've got it in you, bend that back knee down more. Make sure your knee's not going past your front toes. We got one more move after this, you guys. And then we're done for the day unless you're coming to the 4:30. Why not? Okay, it's back to that squat. Narrow squat, front kick. Narrow squat, front kick. You can keep your hands on your hips. You can do whatever feels right for you. But remember, you're keeping that weight in your heels, not in your front toe. And flexing your toes back towards your face as you kick forward, at least for me, it's just a much more active and concentrated kick as opposed to like, oh, get away from me, which is more reactive. Just engaging so much more by keeping that flexion in the foot. Belly tight. Yay, who's sweaty today? Oh my gosh, who would have thought? It's so beautiful outside. I hope someone was able to get out there. Surprise, they're mowing the lawns here. Surprise. Oh, what? We did it, you guys. Grab that water one more time. Let's take a nice little, just 2-minute break this time, and then we're gonna stretch it out. 2-minute break, 2-minute break. I am glistening. I'm glistening in the glow of high intensity interval training. Oh, and I'm dehydrated because I feel it when I flex my feet. Nobody's perfect, you guys. 1 more minute, just to breathe, shake it out, get the last of those spilkies out right now, so you'll be able to take a little bit of stillness when we come into our stretch. Just breathing, relaxing, You're amazing. Okay. Go ahead, step your right foot forward gently. Bring that left leg back. Kind of like warrior one, where you can turn that foot out just a little bit. Go ahead, inhale those arms up. Make sure that your knee's not coming past your toe. I want you to really focus on bringing that left hip forward, pressing that left heel through the mat. Awesome, we're gonna inhale, press up onto the left ball of the foot, and exhale, lower down. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. One more, inhale up. Up here, go ahead, interlace your fingers behind your back. Relax that heel down to the floor once more, and humble warrior. We're just gonna hinge forward as much as feels good for you. Keep the weight in your front right heel, but big toe stays down on the floor, working to bring that belly towards your thigh. Shoulders engaged. Awesome. Gently lift yourself up. Go ahead, turn towards the front. Relax your hands down. Give yourself a couple shoulder rolls right here. In one direction. In the opposite direction. Turn towards the opposite side. Left leg forward, right leg back. Starting off pressing through that right heel. Bringing that right hip forward, getting your two hips in one line. Inhale those arms up overhead. Just find a little stretch. Feels so good. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Three more. Inhale up. Exhale down. Last two. And one. Stay up. Interlace those fingers behind you, just pressing up into the ball of the foot for a moment. As you exhale, release that foot down. Bring that right hip forward, left hip back. Weight in the front heel, but keep those toes down on the floor. Bend your knee as much as you need to, shifting left hip back to come into humble warrior. Bringing that belly towards your thigh. Big stretch on the outside of that left leg. For 3, 2, 1. Gently lift yourself up. Turn back towards the center. Go ahead, keep those fingers interlaced behind you. You can keep your heels invisible behind your toes or pigeon toe your feet, toes turning in. Bring some weight forward into your toes. Open your chest. Belly tight, hinge forward. Coming down nice and slow. Just finding a little bit of traction in your spine right here. If you need to take a slight bend in your knees, that's okay. But bring the weight back towards your toes. The balls of your feet, your toes. Your heels should still stay on the floor though. Feel free to bring those arms up overhead as much as feels good for you. One more deep inhale, and then stay hinged. Release your hands and bring them down to the floor underneath of your shoulders. Maybe even walk them forward a little bit more so you can bring more weight into your toes, spiraling your thighs out towards the wall behind you, bringing that nice big stretch to your legs once more. If you want to make this stretch even deeper, turn your hands around so your fingers point towards the wall behind you, and gently walk on your fingers, maybe even bending your knees as you walk your fingertips back, and then work to straighten your legs. Bend your knees, walk your fingertips back, straighten your legs. One more time, bend your knees, walk your fingertips back, straighten your legs. Weight comes into your toes, press those big toes down. And change. Bend your knees greatly. Drag those fingertips back forward. Bring your hands to your thighs, Malasana. Drop that right shoulder down and forward. Now bring the weight back towards your heels. You can turn your chin towards your left shoulder. And switch. Other side. Left shoulder comes down. Find as much of a twist, turning your chin towards your right shoulder. Weight still in your heels. Shift it back there if it came forward. Change, belly down, take a moment, and cow, moo, and then around your back and cat, all the way up. Stack it up, walk those feet in, Nice. Inhale those arms up overhead. We're going to go for a nice total body stretch. All right, so feet side by side. Interlace your fingers. Release your index fingers. Thumbs crossed. Keep that nice tight grip. Your wrists are together like glue. And keep your bicep by your ears. Weight in your heels. Take a deep inhale. Stretch up from your waist. And move your body right and left several times. Right and left, right and left. Think about your fingers like a paintbrush. And you're trying to paint the ceiling. Find some movement as well by pushing your hips side to side right here. Awesome. Last stretch, half moon hands to feet pose. Heels, toes touching. Weight in your heels, squeeze your glutes, hips forward, open up your chest, upper body comes back just a little bit. Take a deep inhale. Once more, stretch up, find the length from your waist, and on your exhale, slowly, gently bring your body down to the right. Without bending your elbows or knees, keep pushing your hips to the left, beyond your flexibility. Create a tremendous stretching feeling all over the left side of your body. Notice if your hips are swaying towards the back of the room, squeeze your glute, weight in your heels, hips forward. Once again, being as straight of a line as you can be. Think about your body going up and over a giant Swiss ball, so there's no crunching down into that right side. As much lifted length as you can find. Open your shoulders. Open your hips towards whatever is in front of you. Squeeze your hands, palms, and stretch. Inhale up. Let's relax our shoulders for a moment and bring our arms down. And inhale back up. Working on that shoulder strength for just a minute. Once more, ground your heels into the floor. Squeeze your glutes, hips forward. Take a deep inhale. Lift up from your waist. And on your exhale, slowly, gently come down to the left without bending your elbows or knees. Keep pushing your hips to the right beyond your flexibility. Create a tremendous stretching feeling all over the right side of your body. But again, that lifted length up and over your imaginary Swiss ball. Open your chest towards whatever you're looking at. Left shoulder forward, right shoulder back. Ground your feet, squeeze your hands, palms, push and stretch. Inhale, breathing, come up. Stop in the middle, little back bend right here. Weight in your heels, squeeze your glutes, push your hips forward towards whatever's in front of you. Inhale your eyes, nose, chin up towards the ceiling. And maybe this is as big as your backward bend goes today. Maybe your neck is hurting and that's okay, you can stop right here. Maybe you're just gazing towards the ceiling and that's your back bend for today. If you're ready to go a little bit deeper, weight in your heels, squeeze your glutes, hips forward. Get ready to find some movement in your upper back. So inhale, lift your chest, sternum, belly tight. Exhale, bring your arms back so your bicep touches with your ears. And then use every breath. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, arms go back. Weight in your heels, squeeze your glutes, push your stomach, legs, hips, thighs, everything towards the wall in front of you. Keep the stretch in your upper back. Lift your chest. If you see it with your eyes, touch it with your fingers as you lean back, more back, way back. Inhale, breathing, come up. Stop in the middle, pull your belly in, hinge forward one time. Feel free to bend your knees. One more forward fold for today. Maybe you can get your fingers all the way towards the floor. Maybe it's very far away. You can grab your elbows. Keep your soles of your feet planted as you bend one knee and then the other. And just find some movement in your hips. Feel free to shake your head. Yes, no, up, down, left, right, whatever sounds like a fun way to move your head. And then one more moment in your stillness right here. Bend your knees as much as you need to get your belly on your thighs. Reach back and grab hold of your heels if you can. If not, just grab hold of your shins. Bringing your forearms to your shins, bring the weight forward into your toes, stretch your hips up towards the ceiling, and your hairline down towards the floor. Hang out for 3 breaths. Maybe sinking a little deeper each time. Weight coming into your toes for more of a stretch on the back of your legs. Last breath. Nice. Slowly, gently lift yourself all the way up. When you get to the top, if you didn't bring your arms with you, stretch your arms up towards the ceiling. Reach up, big stretch once more. Then exhale those arms down by your side. Yeah, you guys, thank you so much for coming to class today. It was my pleasure to work out with you. I hope you had as great of a time as I did, and I can't wait to see you again next week or tomorrow.